Do you have a dirty little secret? Welcome to the club.
And you're all invited.
The first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
We're handing out memberships, free of charge.
Step up to the VIP line and let Dayna and Brimstone take you on a weekly ride of secrets and debauchery.
Now buckle up, Buttercup, because things are about to get heated on the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
Hey, welcome everybody to another edition of the Dirty Little Secrets Club. We are your hosts,
Dayna Pereira.
and this is Brimstone, and it's going to be another amazing episode. Why, Dayna? Why is it going to be so amazing and incredible?
Well, I mean, we get all of these great secrets, but there's one in particular that takes us way back when, and I'm fucking stoked to revisit it.
You're really psyched about that one, huh?
I am.
Yeah. And it's really funny because we get a lot of messages, guys. We do. We really get a lot of different things, some anonymous, some not. And Dayna very rarely will send me anything pre-show. And she did shoot me a copy of this message that was sent. And we will be reading it today. So, stay tuned and you will find out what that's all about. Absolutely hysterical. Love it to death. And thank you guys so much for listening. Want to make a couple of quick announcements. One, hey, I don't know if you guys are interested, but check out entrepreneur.com. Type in Brimstone in the search bar, and there's a nice article there about myself and my show, the Grindhouse Radio. Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What do you call it? I had to do a little bit of a promotion there.
I like it.
Also, guys, as per Dayna, what she's got going on, she's got her e-network. Please make sure everybody knows where they can go sign up there.
Yeah. You can go to theenetwork.com or you can hit me at Instagram at The Entertainers Network. Just released the second interview series and getting so many things. And I have an interview scheduled with another couple of people that I'm excited about. We have some things going on. We got things going on. So if you are in the entertainment industry, hit me up, get the questions, and you can get yourself published.
There you go. Listen, everybody out there, if you're in entertainment, half of the battle is to get media. So it would behoove you, and it would be ridiculous if you did not take Dayna up on her offer to shoot her over a message and see if you can get something on the network. So make sure you stay connected to the network. And looking forward to seeing all these new faces that I haven't seen before and reading up on them. So much fun.
Yeah, they are fun.
So we've got some really cool ones today. Before we get started, Dayna, you want to let them know the only little rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club?
I do. The first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is to tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club. And you know what, Brim?
Yes.
It sounds like people are doing that because just recently on Good Pods, we have ranked number 14 in the top 100 indie personal journals chart.
Get out of here. Are you serious?
We are number 22 in the top 100 personal journals chart.
Oh,
and we are number 73 in the top 100 indie society and culture chart.
That is nuts. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. That is so awesome. And I love the smile. Look at the smile. So you people that
cheek hurting smile.
They like us. They really, really like us. What do you call it? That's fantastic. It is a beautiful thing. Thank you so much to everybody who is passing the word along and making sure to grow our little club here. And listen, doesn't matter how many people we have as part of the club. We will always stay fun. We will always stay anonymous, and you'll always have access to sending in your dirty little secrets to us. So what do you call it? Please continue that. And let's get started. Day, are you starting or am I?
Yeah, let me start us off. This was actually one that we were going to put on last week, but we talked so fucking much, we ran out of time. So
my fault.
And by we, I mean Brim.
That's Dayna accusing me of being an asshole, and I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. Oh, by the way, before I'm so sorry to cut you off. Before we just found out that Ray Liotta had passed away.
Legit, just 20 minutes ago, it came across both of our phones.
So, condolences to his family and friends. And that's awful. Before I forgot, I also wanted to let everybody know, and I'm sure Dayna will agree with me on this, that we condemn anything to do with, everything that happened in Texas the other day, all those poor children who did not have an opportunity to continue to grow and live because of a deranged jackass piece of shit pencil dick asshole.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we condemn that, and violence, especially towards minors, really really gets my goat. So I just want to say that we send our love and our condolences to all those families out there, and this kind of violence has to stop.
Action
So
needs to be taken.
action needs to be taken.
It's too many times now. It's too many fucking times now. And something needs to be done about it. I can speak for myself to say that I have signed up for a couple of things to, on my part, take some action. And I plan on following through on it because I am sick of sitting here and being silent about it.
Very good. You're gonna have to let me know where those are, and maybe I can get involved too.
Awesome.
All right. So go ahead. I had to say it. I'm sorry, Dan.
No,
Not to
I
throw off our
appreciate
group.
it. Yeah, we
Not
should
to
be
throw off
talking
our
about it.
group.
It should be part of the
Yes.
conversation. Okay, first, dirty little secret. I got wasted and slept with my best friend.
Oof.
Yeah. Now he's acting all lovey and I am not into it. I
Oh.
don't know how to tell him that I was wasted and horny and not actually into him like that. Yeah. I love
Ouch.
him. He's great, but I am not really attracted to him. I know I shouldn't have slept with him. Alcohol makes you do dumb things. Now I have to friend zone him again, and there's a good possibility that we just end up never talking again.
Ouch.
Honestly, though, he never showed any sign of being into me like that until we were drunk that one time. Damn you, alcohol.
Woo. Okay. Well,
Yikes.
yeah. Well, first and foremost, look, if you're gonna cross that line, you're opening all types of doors and Pandora's box.
Oh, yeah.
And every bit of Schrodinger's cat is not in the box anymore. It is open and
Schrodinger's
it's quite
pussy
alive.
now.
Yeah, there it is. And well
Did you
played.
just catch what I said?
I did. Well played. Well played. The fact of the matter is that you can never put that cat back in the box, and the fact of the matter is that it's just it's there. It happened. So even if you guys went back into that friend zone, it's not going to be forgotten that you guys went and hit the sack together. So at the end of the day, it's going to be tough moving on and breaking the guy's heart, because if he does feel that way, and listen, a lot of guys are friends with girls, and and most of the time a lot of guys don't know how to be just friends with girls, and they think that you show a little bit of affection or friendship, and all of a sudden that's oh, you want to fuck me, you know what I mean? And that's
Yeah.
not the case. So a lot of guys, if you're giving them that opening, now they think that they have that opportunity and that they're in.
Yeah.
So they're giving you from a guy's perspective. Me personally, like, I've always been able to make that distinction. And if I was very good friends with a girl, neither the tween shall meet. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to happen.
Right.
And because I don't want to ruin that friendship unless it was really meant to be. You know what I mean? Like, for me personally, my wife is my best friend at this point. She wouldn't say that I'm her best friend because she's just an asshole. What do you call it? And she's like, and you don't have to be my best friend. You're my husband. You're my lover. My best friend's the person I bitched to about you. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, go fuck yourself. What do you call it? Don't call me for, go use a thing tonight, because I'm not
Yeah.
doing anything. What do you call it? Use this right here. I'm just kidding. No, but the fact that it's a very sticky situation, sticky subject for me. Like, again, a guy, in terms of, mostly with especially if they're a pretty lady, a beautiful woman. Some guys are like, at their beck and call, and they're, oh, you're my friend, you're my friend, you're my friend, but they were really doting on you. Very few guys,
Right.
very few guys can actually be friends with a woman without feeling that way. It is really weird and really sad, but it is what it is. Like, I've never had that problem where, on either side, where, if I'm friends with a woman, that's it. We're friends. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we can, here, perfect example, Kim, who is on Grindhouse with me.
Yeah.
We've traveled the country together, just her and I at times, where we're in the same room. You know what I mean? We're in the same hotel together. We're not sleeping in the same bed, but we're in
Right.
the same hotel room together. You know what I mean? And like, and never would I think of, doing something that would be outside of those lines, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Simply because, we're friends, we're professional, and that's that. What do you call it in terms of other people, like here with you, if I come and see you, I'm not going to try to get into your pants. You know what I'm saying? That's a line you don't cross when you're a friend. You know what I
Right.
mean? What do you call it? Now, if everybody's single and you're like, yay, woo, you know what I mean? I still wouldn't cross that line because, again, if you cross that line, you can't go back. You can't go back. You
Yeah.
know what I
It
mean? And
it does feel like with this person that he already had feelings for her and he was friend zoned. So he was
right,
just like quietly waiting in the friend
exactly.
zone for an opportunity to present itself. And then
Thank you.
they had some alcohol and, who knows what happened that night, maybe, whatever.
Right.
And she ended up sleeping with him and then woke up and was like, oh, fuck, what did I do? And try and re-friend zone him. It's not going to work. But I definitely think like if you have a friendship, like I have male friendships where they are just my friends. They're not going to sleep with me. I'm not going to sleep with them. I don't
Right.
think of them that way. They don't think of me that way. And then there are your friends who are like, I want to fuck you really, really badly, but you won't let me. So now I can just be your friend. There's definitely a distinguish between the two kinds of friends that are out there.
And you might not necessarily know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Now let's take it a step back now, Day. Let's go back and say, okay, well, you were wasted, you were horny, yada yada yada, and you slept with them. First and foremost, there's obviously a connection there because the two of you had, what do you call it, were our friends. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So since you are friends already, and maybe, you might be thinking, oh well, I'm not attracted, but at the end of the day, maybe you are attracted to him,
Yeah.
and you just don't want to admit it. That could very well be the case too, when the alcohol let that extra little, piece of you
Can
out. You
can
know
I
what I mean?
give a little personal experience on
You
that?
can, you
I
can.
have definitely looked at somebody and like not necessarily been attracted to them, but after consuming alcohol would like see something that I would be like, oh, that attracts me to them. And then woke up the next day, not sleeping with them, but woke up the next day and was like, what the fuck was I thinking? Like, what
Yeah.
kind of neurons was the alcohol blocking that made me think that way for, 2 hours or whatever the time frame is? So I think alcohol like fucks with you a little bit like that.
Yeah, but again, they had a relationship day. That's the
Uh-huh.
thing. They have an existing relationship. And look, I'm not going to lie. Of course, good relationships, especially close ones between a male and a female, there can be times where it seems as though it can be getting intimate, even though it is still platonic. Where you can go back and forth, and you give a shit. Look, if you're hurting and you called me and you're like, Grim, I'm having a hard time, blah blah blah, and I'm not saying this has happened or will happen. I'm saying, and I'm having a problem with Joe and blah blah blah, and I'm gonna console you. You're my friend. You know what I
Right.
mean? And I'm gonna be like, Dana, you're great. You're a beautiful woman. Yada yada yada. I'm saying nice things. I'm making sure that you understand that you are you. It's not your fault that you're. You know what I
Right.
mean? And trying to just show affection and
Mhm.
appreciation. That doesn't mean I'm. So yeah, sometimes the neurons can get crossed a little bit, you know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that anything is, you know, um, uh, it's not meant to be in a sexual way. It's just
Right.
meant as in an intimate way. And sometimes people get those lines confused as well.
For sure.
Am I
Yeah.
making sense? I want to make
Total
sure that I'm
sense.
making
Yeah.
sense because I don't want anybody to think, oh, well, no, I'm not hitting on Dana, guys. I'm sitting and saying that, this is just as an example that this can happen as well. And, I don't know. I don't know the whole situation. Honestly, I think that if this lady is friends with this guy, and they just drank a little too much and decided, let's get it on. And there must have been something there. If you decide that that's not what you want, then end it. If you think, well, maybe I should give it a shot. Give it a shot. What's holding you back? You know what I mean? Who knows?
Yep.
As long as I'm making sense.
You know what? Conversations, communication. We're constantly preaching communication.
Communication station.
Yeah. And so, you know what? Have a conversation, I guess. See what the fuck comes of it. And, next time you get wasted, maybe don't hop on his dick. Just a little sound advice for you.
Exactly. And it's. I hope I was making sense though, right?
Total sense. Yeah,
okay.
For sure.
Because sometimes I can go on rants. We all know that. But I want to make sure that I was making sense. Okay, so we're gonna move on. This is the one that I mentioned earlier that Dayna had shot me over a text message about. This is wonderful. So we're gonna shout these people out here. So it says, "Hi, Dayna and Brimstone." I should do it in an Aussie accent. I met my current sexual partner during the long COVID lockdown in Australia. So I guess they met their current sexual partner during COVID. They're in Australia. We conversed online for a bit, and he recommended that I listen to your show. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate that. It came as a shock when he told me that one of the stories on your program was about him. Season 1, episode 2, The Devil's Lettuce. Oh my goodness, it's the mother-in-law erotic story.
That one.
Was that one in our top 10? Did that wind up making the top 10?
Was in the top 10. I'm actually, you know what? I bet you it was so far at the beginning of our start that it was probably glossed right over. That one was such a good one, though.
Do you want to give everybody? Do you remember enough about it to give a little bit of a reminder?
Okay, yeah. So this is the one. It says, I used to write erotica stories for an adult website that offered personalized stories for a small fee. I received a request for a story. It had the basics, nothing too risque. Then I noticed the return email address was my mother-in-law. Do you remember that one?
I do remember that. I do. Oh my goodness. All right. So let's continue with this current one. So she says, I jokingly asked him to write a story for me as I was so embarrassed to ask for one outright. It was even better than I imagined. I was a high-powered businesswoman on an interstate trip who picked him up at a bar. Oh, yeah. Then took him back to my hotel where we had sex in front of a full-size mirror. Boom, chicka, wow, wow. I then restrained him to the bed and had my way with him. I would love to role-play the story with him. This is where you guys would come in. Oh, where we come in. You want to hear my voice while we're doing it? Boom, chicka, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, anyway, so let's see. I would also like to try a few other things I have heard on your show, but feel slightly awkward bringing them up. Rubbing jalapeno juice on my vagina isn't one. Oh, sorry,
I'm not gonna tell you
girl.
Try it, although I have not tried it.
I wouldn't tell you to try that one personally. Jalapeno girl, that's all you. I would love to add a third party at some stage down the track. As we often listen to the show together, this is my way of letting him know I'm keen to try some new stuff. Much love from Australia. Well, much love back. Mwah! That's not a penis. This is a penis.
I love this so much.
You're
great. Gonna have to write in again. Tell us his reaction to hearing these requests and let us know if you do any of it.
We need to know. Knowing is half the battle.
Yes.
And if you need, I'll get you a really nice high-res photo of me to put on top of his face so you can really have a good time. There you go. I'm just kidding.
We'll get you high-res photos of us like holding on to something and sticking our heads out that you can put behind the mirror so it looks like we're both peeking out behind the full-length mirror.
Yes. That would be hilarious, by the way. I have those big head. I have the Brimstone big head thing. What do you call it? Because I had for I forgot what it was. It was for some event, and we wound up having, so there's a big Brimstone head cutout where you can just put it in front of you. It's hilarious. So we should get a Dayna one and another Brim one done, and we should send it over to them and then have them affix it to their mirror. But you have to take pictures of it if you do that.
Yes.
And then we need a video of everything that happened thereafter. I'm just kidding. I'm just
Brim
kidding.
needs that video. Brim,
I do need the video.
directly to him.
Yeah, send it to MP4, please. No, I'm just joking around, guys. What you do in your bedroom is what you do in your bedroom. No, that's great. Thank goodness that you guys have found each other. And so I'm assuming he's not with the mother-in-law, the wife to the mother.
Oh,
the mother-in-law.
yeah, it sounds like that marriage has taken a dump.
And if it hasn't, this is another dirty little secret all wrapped into this dirty little secret. My
Or we're
Lord.
just adding to the dirty little
We
secrets
just,
club.
it's like, ding, 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 ding. All right, we're good. We got all these things wrapped up into it. Yeah, very, very interesting. That's fantastic. In Australia too, man. All right.
Yes.
You got to be careful out in Australia, though. You know, those things will kill you out there. Some of those bugs, the spiders, the snakes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Don't let those climb up your arse.
They don't have simple animals like we do here, like squirrels, raccoons, possums. You know, they have things there that'll just eat you whole. I mean, I don't know. Walk down the street, get eaten by a wombat or something. I don't know.
And gun control. They have that too.
They have gun control. This is true. Well, listen, let us know what happens. If you need any suggestions on any kind of fun, delicious things to do in the bedroom, just let us know and we'll come up with some stuff for you. Just, you have to write it back in and request it.
Yes.
Anyways.
Update us, please.
That was a fun one. All right, my dear,
awesome.
You are up next.
Okay. I got piss drunk one night and thought it would be funny to try and piss in the sink from where I was standing at the toilet. Okay. It's the pissing Olympics. Obviously, I didn't hit the target first try, but I did eventually even out the stream and piss in the sink. I was really fucking pleased with myself when I walked over to rinse out the sink and I slipped in my own piss, hit my head on the sink, and ended up giving myself a black eye. I told everyone that I hit it on a doorknob.
You jackass. That's great. Oh, my Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, man. All right. Well, listen, I'm not going to say that we didn't, like play the Olympics ever in my life, but not necessarily in the sink, like standing from afar trying to get it in. Like, sometimes logistics, you just leave well enough alone. Like
oh
okay,
my God.
You take it first because I've got to.
Look, so it reminds me of this. I'm like, do all dudes like attempt stuff like this? I remember a story from my friend AJ about his son who he walked in on. His son, I don't know how old he was, but he was squatting on the sink like a fucking gargoyle. And he was trying to like projectile shit into the toilets.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Why? Oh my Lord.
With the male DNA and trying to aim their bodily fluids and waste at the toilet and the sink.
Like pee, I could see, but if you try to take a shat, I mean, come on, man. Like,
yeah. Spoiler alert, he missed.
Yeah, I would assume. Peeing in the shower is one thing. Peeing from, like if you're outside, like trying to hit like landmarks, that's a different thing. I could get the wall from here, that, or I could hit a tree from there, or I can make that leaf on the plant move if I hit it from here. Like shooting practice. I could see that, like men have done that for years. It's aiming practice.
I love it. I love it.
And like, or you could always be like, the what's more fun is, whatever woman you're with, you could have them play firewoman, where they hold the hose and then they spray different things, and be like, so how good's your aim? Let's see. Here you go. Ready, set, it's going. Woo!
Yeah.
And then she's got to, I don't know. Do you ever play firewoman? No.
I've never played firewoman, but as I'm sitting here making fun of men for trying to aim and hit things, I am realizing that I have done that with my breast milk. I have aimed and fired my boobs at things to see what I could hit with my breast milk.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. I bet your husband was right there waiting for it. Right here, right here, right here. Oh, I missed you. Sorry, honey.
Yep. Yeah. Whoops.
You missed. Oh, I know you were right in front of me. I purposely moved it out of the way. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You
So it
pissed
is
me
fun to
off.
aim and fire at, with your pee or your boobs, I suppose.
It is.
I can see the enjoyment.
It is. It's a lot of fun. I mean, again, I mean, I guess when you piss drunk, listen, I've never been so pissed drunk where I don't know what's going on, so
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you, that feeling, but I have been like toasted before. But it's no different than when I'm, if I'm taking a pee, then it's no different than when I'm taking a pee on a regular, day.
Yeah.
When it's snowing outside and somebody's in the bathroom, because we only have one bathroom in our house,
You write your
so what do
name?
you call it? So I go outside and I write my name in the snow. I'm not gonna lie. I will sit and I write my name in the snow. My signature's gotten really good. Um,
A talented dick.
It is. It is. But trying to aim it where it's like shooting up in like a fountain form into the sink. I mean, listen, man, that's like a professional right there.
Uh-huh.
I can
Do you
hit.
hurt your back? Do you have to like lean or like push really
No,
hard or
no, you could let the stream flow. You know what I mean? Like you can push, but you can let the stream flow because it will go like in a arced motion if you have it
uh-huh.
lifted where you're holding up like this. Just like if somebody's jizzing, it's going to go up in the air, but of course it has to come down eventually,
What
unless it
goes
hits a
up
face. I
must
mean,
come
or
down.
something else. That's a different story. But but if you're taking a leak and it's in an arc, if you get in the right position, yes, when you first go, in the first impact of it is a little bit heavier, so you have to pull back a little bit because otherwise you're going to overshoot. All right, but
Oh.
then as the stream's going, you're going to have to kind of go down because if you go upwards, the arc is higher. So if you go lower, the arc goes a little bit lower. So if you go a little bit lower, then you're going to hit it, but eventually the stream starts to slow up. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? So as the stream's starting to slow up, there's no way you're going to continue to hit that spot.
Then
So
you have pee
eventually,
all over the
all
floor.
over the floor, all over yourself, and everything else. So
And
what's
then
the
you
point?
slip and fall and hit your fucking face and give yourself a black
Maroon.
eye.
Ay, 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 ay. Anyways, go play Firewoman. You'll have a nice time. What do you call it? I want to do a quick shout out to another writer who said something nice online. One of our regular listeners, a groundbreaking edition of the Dirty Little Secrets Club. A groundbreaking edition of the Dirty Little Secrets Club podcast this week. Check out Dayna and Brimstone disagree on something, and nobody is angry or trying to cancel anyone. Revolutionary. Y'all rock as usual. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. We very much appreciate that.
What a concept. We can have a discussion and agree to disagree. What?
Wow, it's insane.
Crazy.
Can you believe it? Oh my God, it's insane. I just wanted to make sure to throw that one out there. That was a very nice message.
That was nice.
At the end of the day, yeah, like you can disagree. And also, first of all, that's what makes the world go round. Second of all,
For
that's
sure.
what's good about friendships. Dana and I might have a lot in common, but there are things we don't have in common. And sometimes that's a very good thing that causes an opportunity to talk and discuss and learn about one another more. And what do you call it? And it's I don't judge. You know what I mean? Just like she's not judging. The fact is we can disagree, and it's okay. And hopefully you guys will take that home with you as well. And just because you have a friend that you might not agree with, whether it's on politics or religion or something else, or how they take a piss in the sink, like you'll understand where they're coming from. You can respect their opinion and just agree to disagree. That's it.
Yeah.
End of story. No need to hate each other and cancel each other out.
Yeah.
Anyways, what do you call it? Am I up?
It is you. It is our last one of the day.
It's me. Oh, okay, nobody can see that because they're not watching. Well, the people who are watching can see it. Here we go. Let's see. I'm sorry. By the way, guys, I am absolutely awful with allergies right now. If you can't hear it in my voice, and like I'm having a hard time breathing, so I just want to make sure you know that that's what's going on. I apologize for
He
You know,
just had a really, really rough pee, and now he's out of breath.
this is true. I arced too high and I shot myself in the face, went up my nose and down my throat. And now I've got piss breath and it's not good because every time I speak,
that potent piss breath.
it's a potent piss breath. No, that really didn't happen. I'm drinking coffee. It's Irish coffee. And some I actually, don't tell anybody. I have some shots of Jägermeister in here because my friends at Jägermeister shot me over this big package of goodies. Did you see I posted that?
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, I posted on my stories this past week. They sent me this big box of this new Jaeger that they have, like an herbal Jaeger, and it's like this giant freaking bottle and a book, like a big book of the history of Jaeger and music and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
Really good. So yeah, I'm kind of drinking a little bit.
You got Jaeger coffee.
Yeah, because I had a really long fucking week. Anyway, all right, let me see. All right, here we go. I've been a male nurse for about 10 years now, and every hospital I've ever worked in, the nurses and male nurses fuck each other nonstop. Where the fuck have I been working all these years? I mostly do night shift, so there's a lot of downtime with nothing to do. So we find something to do. Each other. Married or not, we fuck each other to help the time pass. And it's the best job I've ever had. I have fucked in patients' rooms while they were asleep and everywhere in between. Holy shit, I am not going to stay in the hospital anymore. God forbid anything happens, I'm staying home.
I don't need people trying to take from someone in the industry.
Oh my God, banging in someone's room while they're sleeping? Like, what?
Are we talking like sleeping, or are we talking like coma? Because there's a difference between somebody that is like, getting their rest for the night and someone that has, been asleep for a decade.
They are taking bets before they go in to see who's going to wind up waking the person up.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Wake you from, oh man, could you imagine the bragging rights you would have if you woke someone from their coma?
Wow.
I mean, not doing the person in the coma. I'm talking about doing somebody else, but waking up that person. I need to make that clear.
I want to know where this hospital is. This is like, that's insane.
It's on Grey's Anatomy.
Pretty much, right? I heard Taylor Swift is supposed to be on the new one, right? Or the finale or something like that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not. There was a rumor I heard. So, don't quote me on it. Wow. Okay. First of all, the whole thing with the married or not, we're banging each other. That's kind of really, listen, man, that something like that. Just
married people work day shift.
Yeah. Like, it just, because, now every time I see things like that, it's just, it puts like shit in your head. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, man. Like if they're doing it here and they're doing this here and whatever, and like you want to always believe that your relationship is in a good standing, but you never know. Obviously, never know.
I feel like this person is generalizing to the hospital that they happen to be in, because you can't know that happens at every other place, right?
It says it in here in this place. And it's like, married or not, they all do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does say every hospital I've ever worked in, but he could have only worked in one hospital.
Well, okay. All right.
Maybe two hospitals.
Every hospital I've ever worked in, what do you call it? And I'm sure it's been a whole bunch because he probably got caught banging and they got sent to a different hospital. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or why'd you get fired here? Well, you really want to know? Twisting your little mustache, old school, bad guy style. Listen, I don't know, man. Listen, that's great. If you're single and you're ready to mingle and, you're working like that, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's a wild freaking, I just love to be a fly on the wall watching all this going, what's going on in here?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, smells a little interesting in here. Ooh, I came in on something interesting. What is this? Observing things and stuff and things.
With my 100 eyes.
Exactly. Like, ooh, that looks like, oh, that wasn't so good. Ooh, anyway.
Yes.
What are your thoughts?
I mean, I just, I don't have thoughts anymore. It's so interesting to me that it's
Not when I'm drinking, Dayna. Not when I have stuff in my mouth. It's gonna out all everywhere. Oh, I almost choked on that one. Oh,
it's so Grey's Anatomy like to me. However, it's like people that are waitresses and waiters. I don't think this is exclusive to working in hospitals and being a nurse, because waiters and waitresses that work in restaurants, they're all fucking each other. I've worked in plenty of restaurants. They're all fucking each other. People
this
that
is
work in
true.
the bar scene, they're all fucking each other. People that work in offices, they're all fucking each other.
This
So,
is
I
true.
mean, maybe this guy has only worked in the industry of being a male nurse. So he thinks that this might be like a dirty little secret of the hospital that he works in. But let's be fucking honest here. It doesn't matter where you work. Everybody's fucking everybody all the time because those are the people that you spend the most amount of time with on a regular basis.
It's
Yeah,
craziness.
that's my hot
Absolutely
take.
crazy. Crazy. What do you call it? Oh my Lord. Listen, I'm just so I can't. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Like back in the day when I was younger and I was in college, one of the places I'd always go to there was one Fridays, the no free ads, the restaurant Fridays.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh,
I
apple
knew
crisp. Mm.
I go I go there all the time because I was with my some of my friends from college, and it was just one of the local, not local, but one of the places in the middle of everybody that we'd always go. So I got to really know a lot of the waiters and waitresses. I hung out and dated a couple of the waitresses, and then I wound up going to all of their parties. And
Mm-hmm.
what do you call it? And when I say, like you said, like every single one of them, like things were going on and people were being bent in different. It was
A
nuts,
cesspool.
nuts,
It's
nuts.
just a
And I'm
cesspool.
like, I can't be in this relationship. Ain't going to happen. And I was still, doing other things, but you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I was just like, well, this is an interesting thing. Very interesting,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then what do you call it? One of the companies that I had been involved with years and years and years ago, um, there was like what do you call it? A couple of like maybe about 4 or 5 people that were in this like sex triangle in the office, and they would go into the restroom and bang each other in the restroom over during in the middle of the day. And they would do a bump, like literally do bumps, and
Uh-huh.
then go into the bathroom and bang each other out in the bathroom. And meanwhile, like, what if you had to go to the bathroom? Now, I wasn't there all the time, but what do you call it? But when I was there, and I saw stuff like that. I used to be like, "Oh my lord, what is happening? Like, what really?
Yes.
Like, okay, you know what I mean? Like,
Dude. I mean,
crazy,
I know that they say that there are things that separate us from animals, but we're very closely related.
And then people wonder why I'm so protective and overprotective, and you know what I mean? Like, and just like, hey,
Because Brim's like, I've seen some
I've
shit.
seen some
Okay.
shit. I've seen some shit, and people, I listen. A lot of people are very, they don't understand. They're like, well, yeah, if you're, yeah, I am sure as shit. I am self confident as a motherfucker. You know what I mean? I am very, good with myself. Even with a little extra weight, I think I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm self confident, but you never know what shit's going on, and I've seen some shit. That's it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that's how I feel. And
There is some shit for
it,
sure.
there is some shit. And just because, your significant other might not be doing it doesn't mean somebody's not trying to get them to do it. You know what I mean? So, how many guys have hit on you in the past couple of weeks, Dayna? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, there's a lot, if I'm
right,
being honest.
right.
But, I mean, thankfully, but I'm also one of those people. I think I've mentioned this before on the show. I'm one of those people that if my husband ever got insecure, like just the other day, I was sick. I wasn't feeling good. I was sleeping. My husband was ordering food. He grabbed my phone. He took it downstairs. He had my phone downstairs for like, I don't know, an hour or so. And I was like, do what you please, man. I'm not worried about you going through my phone. I don't delete anything. I don't care. I don't hide anything. And I'm like, if you want to look through my phone to make yourself feel better, please do, because I
Yeah,
want you to feel secure in the relationship.
absolutely. And you should. That's it. It's just it's very listen, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat that either because Some people have separate things or private things that you don't know about, and they hide it from their phones too. Not to give Joe any reason to be freaked out. I'm just saying in general,
Oh yeah, no.
you don't know, and people are sneaky, and it's just, I've seen shit and things have happened in the past where I go, oh, okay, now I know, and knowing's half the battle. That's it. That's it. Anyway, that's about all the time we have, guys. What do you call it? We can rant and rave about this shit forever.
Right. And we will, and we'll do it on an upcoming episode, an episode after that, an episode after that, an episode after that. That's why you guys love us. That's why you keep coming back.
That's right. That's who's got 2 thumbs up and agrees with Dayna. This guy right here. This guy. Yeah, that was so lame. Don't ever do that.
I love it.
But yeah, no. Anyway, guys, listen, we really appreciate you tuning into the Dirty Little Secrets Club. Keep spreading the rumor. Keep spreading the news about what we do here. We appreciate it. We love you. 5 stars only on all the goodies like Apple Tunes. Was it Apple Music now?
Yeah,
it's not iTunes. Apple Podcasts. Yeah, Google, Spotify, all that jazz. What do you call it? 5 stars only, and make us very, very happy. And you want to take us out, Dayna? Because my mouth is not working.
Yeah. If you are on YouTube, also don't forget to give a thumbs up and comment on it. Make sure you're subscribing and sharing it with the friends. You can just hit that little share button, send it straight to a friend and be like, yo, watch this. They're hilarious. And we would love and appreciate you guys for that. And the first rule of the Dirty Little Secret Club is to tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club. And last but not least, if you have a dirty little secret that you would like to anonymously submit to us, you can do that at thedirtylittlesecretsclub.com.
That's beautiful. You did it so well. I should have just shut the hell up and let you do it, because I don't know what happened, but I stumbled over my own tongue.
It's all that Jaeger in your coffee.
Maybe it's the Jaeger. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe it's just hitting me now. I have no clue, but we're just going to go with it. Have a great one, guys. We'll see you next week.
You think we want something from you? You got another thing coming.